Everybody survive? Got a little bumpy.
Back to my bags and we're going up.
I can see Holly made it through the night. I'm just beyond grateful we came in here and everything's working today. Stream needed to be reset. That's it. I'm not gonna beat that.
That's what she said.
She did say that. No school today. No school. Good Thursday morning to you, everybody. Thunder Radio Morning Show Post-Storm Edition. Hope everybody made it through the night okay. I think we're all probably a little tired and cranky this morning after, I would imagine, a lack of sleep for most of us. We're glad to have you along with us, getting you to work, getting you home from work this morning. We are not getting you to school. No school today for Coffee County schools and Manchester City schools. Let's go ahead and get that announcement out there now. No school on Thursday for Coffee County schools, Manchester City schools. Temple Baptist Christian School also closed today. Warren County schools are closed. Cannon County schools are closed. Rutherford County schools are closed. Franklin County on a 2-hour delay. And I believe Grundy on a 2-hour delay. So just some of our surrounding counties. Let you know about those. Some of the people touching our listening area. But the focus for us, Manchester City and Coffee County. Those schools are closed today. So road conditions this morning on the way in. There were within about, a 2-mile stretch. I went over about 4 or 5 spots where the ditches had overflowed. You can pass them, but you don't want to hit those going full speed, obviously. We got a lot to talk about today, and I'm sure we'll talk about some of the storms last night when we get an opportunity to do so. Morning show brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. If you're thinking about heading south, heading to the beach, make sure your body looks great. M-Sculpt Neo can spot reduce fat as much as 30% in the treated area. This is an in-office treatment. Have it done on your lunch break. Learn more at drvanwinkle.com. That's DRVAN Winkle.com. Good news is the rain is finally headed out of the area. At last check, it's clearing out. I didn't check the radar out before I came on the air, but I checked before I left the house, and it rained on me the whole way in, but we will clear out pretty soon this morning. 64 right now. High today of 82 degrees. And the rain officially will be out of the area. Really, the northern part of the county, you're pretty clear now. Southern part of the county, Tullahoma, maybe over at Hillsboro, Pelham area, you're still going to get some rain for a little bit, but in the next hour or so, we should be mostly clear of rain. About 10, I think we'll see most of the clouds out of the area as well. And the sun will come out, and it will be a nice afternoon after all that ruckus yesterday. 82 degrees for your high. Temperature update brought to you by Wisteria Hill Boutique. Wisteria Hill has all the deals. Find them at 205 South Woodland Street. Boutique stuff at bargain prices. Wisteria Hill Boutique. Find them on Facebook. Give them a follow. On that note, let's bring in the better half of the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Let's get this show going. The brains of this operation, the planner, the organizer, the CEO, and president of Coffee County Broadcasting Incorporated, your Manchester Chamber of Commerce president-elect sitting right over there. That is Holly. Good morning to you, Holly.
Good morning.
Whew. We all survived it, didn't we? It was a bumpy night.
Indeed.
We'll talk about it. Whew. So it was I got this picture. I need to get it up on the screen over here. For this wall cloud that was dropping behind our house. I had seen it. And I didn't want Holly to see it. I was behind the trees. I knew it was going away from us. But it was I think it was this first, it may have been the second tornado warning for Coffee County, but it was the first one that got like northeastern Coffee County. It was going to Warren County. Scott Morrison, I think this one knocked down some trees. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, we're going to be able to see that from our house if it's on the ground.
Did you get that one?
Based on where we are. I didn't get that one, though. You took that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you take a picture after me, and I
no,
didn't.
I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about this other picture. So anyway,
in the front yard.
The front yard, yeah. So I got this picture, and but I saw it when everybody was outside. No, not that one. Everybody was outside, kind of looking at the clouds, and I looked to my right, and right behind the trees, there's a wall cloud that is dropping, and it's this one.
You said I didn't want to tell Holly, but he sent us a text message. Me and the kids.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at the time. I told him to come outside. I saw. Here, talk to me for a minute. I'll go back.
Me and the kids were inside watching a movie. I was trying to distract myself, and I got a text from Josh that said, "Come outside quickly." So he knows I'm so scared of storms, and so I walked out there, me and the kids, and the boy one was like, that looks like it's gonna drop. And I don't think Josh realized at the time what it was. Oh,
we'll talk more about it in a minute.
Glad to have you back.
What?
Glad to have you back.
Tell me some goings, what's happening in and around the Manchester community. Probably top of the news cycle this morning. Coffee County schools, Manchester City schools are closed this morning. Temple Baptist Christian School also closed this morning. So don't go. You're good. Don't go to school. Other things coming up. We're 2 days away from the Elam Foundation's annual event. That's Saturday. And Dusty's Day will be tomorrow. The Lemonade Day is next week, next Thursday. 7 days away from Lemonade Day. More details on that. I think on our website right now, you can see all of the locations. Thunder1320.com. We got them listed there. We're 9 days away from the Thundies Sports Awards, 15 days away from high school graduation, and 18 days away from Memorial Day 2024. So it's just some of the things coming up over the next couple of weeks here in the Manchester area, and I'm sure there's more.
I have something.
Go ahead.
Troop 314 is having a spaghetti dinner. That's the Boy Scouts.
Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts?
It says Boy Scout fundraiser.
Pretty soon they're not going to be Boy Scouts anymore.
That's what I'm calling it right now. They're the
changing
Boy Scouts.
They're just scouts. Going to be inclusive.
That's going to be May 18th, 5 to 7 at Rutledge Falls Baptist Church. It's a event for all ages. It's going to benefit the Boy Scout Troop 314 of Manchester.
Awesome. Well, good deal. And you can usually find more of these things on our community calendar. Find the calendar on our website, thunder1320.com. Click calendar. And you can hear the calendar. It plays in the mornings about 6:20 and around 1 o'clock in the afternoons. You can hear and around 8:45 too in the mornings. You can hear the community calendar right here on Thunder Radio. All right. So hope everybody made it through the storms okay. It was pretty rough early on. There was a lot of tornado warnings coming out. And me trying to
overwhelming.
So we were talking about it on the cameras a minute ago. We weren't talking on the radio, but the first tornado warning that was touching northern and northeastern Coffee County into Warren County, we kind of live in that general area, but just touch south. But I was like, we probably could see that if it's bad enough. And as that storm approached, you could really see a wall cloud, kind of forming, or I'm sorry, shelf cloud kind of forming. And it was very
ominous,
very definitive. And I was like, y'all come out and look at these clouds because they've been lightning. I was fascinated by the amount of lightning and thunder in the distance because it was just, you hear thunder off in the distance, but it was like a sleep machine. The noise never stopped for 30 minutes. It was constant thunder. So as it approached, I was like, hey, y'all come out here and look at these clouds. And not I don't know. I looked to my north a little, and behind some trees, I was like, that looks like a wall cloud lowering down. But maybe not. But we're not going to tell Holly. but not 5 seconds later, the boy was like, "That looks like his Lord over there." And I was like, "Oh, no, it's not." I was like, "No, it's not. It's rain. That's rain." Even though it was going away from us, it was not a problem for us. Knew Holly was going to freak out. And I got a pretty good picture of that. I'll try to get it on the screen.
I wasn't as worried about that as I was the stuff that was coming for us later.
Yeah, we had some stuff say north of us and some stuff that came south of us. Luckily for us, hopefully everybody else is okay. I know there's some pretty big hail. I saw some pictures of some golf ball size hail in Manchester last night. That's going to do some damage. Brian says he's in North Coffee area. Still no power for him. We were without power for quite a while.
It not all night.
No, not all night. Thankfully, it came
maybe
back on.
A couple hours.
It was probably a solid 2 hours. And I remember looking, thinking, I don't know if it's going to cut back on, because that time when I looked, it was 60% of Duck River customers in Coffee County were without power when I looked. And at that time, they hadn't had any restorations. I'm like, man, there's something wrong. They're not going to get this up. And not two minutes later, it came back on at our house and at the radio station. The station was without power as well. So I was like, man, that must have been, for it to come back on. But we're not on the same, grid, same line, same service. Kathy in Hillsboro, still no power.
Oh, Kathy.
I hate that.
Bummer.
For everybody that doesn't have any power.
That's the worst.
Yeah. And it's probably a lot of the reason there's no school this morning. The roads are tough as well.
Power's out. It's getting a little stuffy. We were all piled in one room.
Oh yeah.
It was getting a little stuffy in there. And the girl was like, can you turn a fan on?
She goes, a fan not work?
Ceiling fan not work?
No.
Just a little worried.
So spoiled. And worried. She said, well, why not?
That's powered by electricity, honey.
How do you
there
think
is
that
none
works?
here.
And then she's basically like, oh, she's so inconvenienced.
You don't have a battery operated one?
And she lays there playing on her phone. I'm charging with a, power pack that I've got. Just watching her videos with no care in the world. Just watching her YouTube shorts or whatever she's watching. Nikki said we drove through town last night and it was creepy. There were no lights at all. Yeah, I know. I was looking at where the power was out. It was pretty bad. Morning show.
Hey, you might announce there's a tree across the road at Rifle Range. There's a lot of people that go to the base that way.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Thanks. Well, you just announced it. You did it yourself.
Good job.
What was the name of that road?
Rifle Range.
I'm sorry.
What was it?
Rifle Range Road.
Rifle Range Road.
Or it's also called Tucker Road, but people that go to the base would call it Rifle Range Road.
Awesome. Well, thank you for letting us know. We appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
You heard that Rifle Range Road. There's a tree across the road. I saw there was one across. Was it out near Woodbury Highway early this morning? I don't know if that's been removed, but there's going to be some of those places. I saw where I think there had been maybe some limbs across the road in a couple spots, but they'd already been removed. You could tell by the amount of leaves
debris.
And the debris. So yeah, there's going to be some of that happened. So, but I think for the most part, Coffee County pretty well spared from any major damage. It looks like I put a post on our Facebook page, facebook.com, search for Thunder Radio. Basically just said, post your
storm
picks here. Chad Parton's trying to call me. I don't know. I'll try to get him on the radio here in a minute if he wants to talk. See if I can get him to call my cell phone or my work phone.
Oh, look at me. I'm a big shot.
Why don't you distract people for a minute? It's
I
live
was
radio.
trying. That was my attempt at distracting people.
I just shot him a message. So maybe he's wanting to talk. Or he's wanting to talk off the air. I don't know. I said, if you want to talk on the air, you give me a call. All right. We'll hang on a minute and see if he wants to jump on before we take our first break. But yeah, for the most part, I think pretty well spared throughout our listening area.
Of course, schools
are
Coffee
closed.
County, Manchester City. I saw someone posted and they asked about, you got a call?
No.
They asked about Tullahoma schools.
I haven't seen anything about Tullahoma schools.
Yeah. If we had it, we'd give it to you.
I like that. Columbia, unfortunately, not so lucky.
Mm.
We saw they had issued a particularly dangerous tornado emergency on that one, which meant they had a large one on the ground that they could confirm. We got somebody on line one. Let's see. Morning, show.
Good morning.
Sheriff Parton, how are you?
Well, I'm good and wet. Good and wet.
I understand.
I'm going to give you an update, Josh.
Go ahead.
We've had probably 3.5 to 4 inches of rain overnight, and we've got several trees down out in the county right now. We've got some trees on some secondary and tertiary roads. I think the deputies are out on Little Mountain Road in Hillsboro, maybe some Asbury community stuff. Big area right now is water over the road on Goose Pond Road near Duncan Road. So anybody that uses Goose Pond Road to come in from Nad Hill needs to avoid that area. We've got a car that got stranded in it, and we had to rescue a lady about an hour and a half ago. But just be very careful. We got a lot of power lines down out in the county from Riley Creek Road all the way to the northern part of the county and Duck Rivers. Responding to those as fast as they can.
All right. Well, for the most part, though, I think major damage averted outside of trees and some water. Am I right?
I think we got very lucky compared to some of our counties to the north and west. Of course, Murray County and Rutherford County, Christiana area, just northwest of us, got pretty good damage. Not heard many reports out of Beech Grove, Noah area, but I'm sure as people start traveling more, we'll be getting some reports. But for right now, the big part is a lot of water over the roads, and be careful. I know probably out Rock Road in the 9th Model community, it always floods out there, and like I said, Goose Pond Road is shut down right now. But I would say in a couple hours, a lot of it will recede, and will be, things will kind of be normal.
All right, Sheriff Chad Parton, thanks for dropping in and giving us an update on the air this morning. We appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's Sheriff Chad Parton calling in just to kind of let us know a few of the things. Goose Pond Road, obviously, in bad shape from what he had to say there, and some other areas. Did he say third dairy? Was that a word that he said?
Secondary and third dairy.
Okay, that was a new one for me. I mean, I like it.
As I listened to him talk, and it's so Southern sounding.
Oh yeah.
That if someone is passing through and picked up our station from maybe like Maine, somewhere,
or Vermont,
yeah, New York. If somebody was listening to that, I bet they got a kick out of it.
Oh, I'm sure they were probably calling their friends. Listen
Water
to this.
on the road, secondary, tertiary. We're out here saving lives.
Perfect. Well, they did a water rescue this morning. I think he said that was that Goose Pond area.
Yes.
So then we got a report of a tree down on Rifle Ridge Road if you're using that to go to the base. So be careful out there this morning. So a tree down on Madison Street. I'm getting some updates over here on our cameras. Trace at high water and numerous trees down throughout the county. So just be cautious on your way in, and wherever it is that you're headed. So yeah, I kind of posted a quick video this morning on Maple Springs. Just a lot of. Trey said, "What's after third dairy?
Fourth dairy,
fifth dairy. You just keep going. You just keep going." It's on that seventh dairy road out there. It sounds like the name of the road. Where you live, 7th Dairy? Morning show.
Hi. I didn't know if you saw my message or not, but people might want to check their appliances. I don't know if it was the lightning that struck the tree that's down over top of my building and my daughter's garage, but it took out all my appliances.
Oh, no.
Refrigerator, stove, microwave. Thank goodness before the storm we unplugged our computers.
Oh, good. What street's that on?
Madison.
Okay.
And then my neighbor next door, I see that they have huge Bradford pears at the house next to them, and one of them fell down on the corner of his house.
Okay, good. Well, thanks for the update. Yeah, people need to be checking those things this morning. Thank you for calling. Thanks for listening.
But they need to make sure they always unplug their computers in when we're having these bad storms, because power surge is real.
It is real.
It is real. Yes. Just ask us about our sound equipment around here. It's not been the. Now, thankfully, we walked in this morning and everything is working. And I am just waiting to find something that I forgot. Like, well, what did I forget to check?
No, it's good. Everything's good. It's going to be a good
lightning
day.
suppression equipment. Let me tell you, if that held up last night, we're fine. There was a lot of lightning.
We one of our friends who lives just like a mile from here posted a video. Sent you a video last night of the lightning, and it was like a like a strobe light.
Yeah, it was. It was like you were in a nightclub at that point. Glenn says, "Do you have any information on Murfreesboro area? My daughter lives there. It was pretty rough in Rutherford County. The Christiana area, maybe the Eagleville, more Christiana than Eagleville. Up in that general area is pretty bad. And they had some injuries up there. And the worst of it, I think, was more Murray County. It's Columbia area. I think there was one fatality at least reported as of last night. I don't know.
I saw a couple of one or two critically injured.
Yes. I was going to check and see if there was any updates on deaths over there.
I was glad to see that schools were closed this morning, because last night before bed, the kids are like, "Are schools going to close?" And we're like, "No, schools aren't closing. Go to bed. You got to get up early."
Well, my favorite was last night when people were on Facebook like, "You go ahead and close school. Power's out." I'm like, "Well, it can come back on."
Yeah.
Well, let's just see what happened. When I woke up at about 2 or 3 o'clock this morning. I was up a couple different times checking, making sure everything was okay. And I was like, God, I don't think it stopped raining all night long. I was like, they may actually get out. In my mind, I was like, it's not stopped. And I looked at the radar on my phone. I'm like, it's not gonna stop. So our pool's full.
Well, it's not a pool. It's a
our mud hole in the ground is full of water. And I've seen the deep end fill up. The deep. It'll get almost full in the deep end. It's 8 feet deep over there, but it's not. It's really about 4 feet deep, I guess.
4.
I've seen that get full, but now it's full and up the wall, and the shallow end is about, a quarter full. It's a lot of water last night. So anyway, busy night. I'm glad everybody's okay. And I'm sure we're going to get more reports this morning. You're welcome to call in with those. We'll be glad to take them. 728-1320. We heard from Sheriff Parton a minute ago. A lot of high water situations out there. So be careful on your way into work this morning. No school, no Coffee County schools, no Manchester City schools, and no schools for Temple Baptist Christian School. It's going to be a better day today, though. Weather is going to clear out. The clouds are going to get out here by about 10 probably. It's going to be sunny, 82 degrees, and then 57 tonight. Tomorrow, much cooler, 71 for your high, and in the upper 40s Friday night. Saturday, Sunday, Chamber of Commerce weather, mid-70s both days, and clear skies. It's going to be great. Weather forecast brought to you by Patent Pest Control. Spiders, termites, fleas, ants. Boy, if mosquitoes ain't going to love this, right? This is like it's their jam right here. Call Tyler Patton. Make sure they're not jamming at your house. 931-247-0781. No contract obligations. Reduce fat and tighten skin today by getting M-Sculpt Neo treatments with Dr. James Van Winkle in Manchester. This is a non-invasive body contouring treatment that only takes 30 minutes. This treatment muscles, tightens the skin. I'll watch it in a minute. I'm going to do my ear.
Your rear?
My ear.
I knew he said ear. I'm glad Saturday's going to be good weather for the Dusty Elam event. They got rain last year. Well, it was on Dusty's day. The rain was.
On the day too.
Huh?
It rained on the day too.
Yeah, but it wasn't as like they still had it out there.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing this right here. You just mind your own business.
I'm fine.
I got this show in here.
I'm back. A little clean up. All right.
Watch this video. Push play. That was in Colombia.
That's Columbia. Oh, Is it real?
Yeah.
I told you it was a big one. Are we sure? That's real? Why are they that close?
It's on the internet. It's got to be real.
Send me that. We'll put it on the screen over here, everybody. I believe it. I mean, they had a pretty big one on the ground. If they only ended up with one fatality out of that, they are lucky.
Do you want it to your, where do you want it?
Send it to my Gmail.
The link?
Yeah.
Josh Peterson, tornado. Sent, buddy. Me and the boy played chess while the power was out.
Well, I was issuing warnings and things. I don't issue them, to be clear.
I didn't get not one thank you for closing school.
Back on the Thunder Radio morning show, Coffee County Schools, Manchester City Schools, Temple Baptist Christian School closed today, Thursday. So don't take your kids there. They're not going to have school. Morning show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. Emcella Treatments solves urinary incontinence. These are in-office treatments you can have done on your lunch break, and you're going to be very appreciative. Yes, put down your toys. Or more at drvanwinkle.com. All right. Holly just sent me a video. I'm going to try to get up on the screens over here.
While Josh does that, the other day I was at the chamber luncheon Tuesday, and one of our friends, Josh Taylor with Fiber New, was talking to me, and he said, yeah, I think the weather's going to get bad, or rain. I think it's going to get bad on Wednesday. And I had no idea.
I didn't tell her.
I didn't know bad weather was coming because Josh doesn't tell me those things, and I don't really pay attention. And but he don't want to get me all riled up. But Tuesday I was riled up. I was like, I didn't know that was happening. So I started asking Josh, is it going to be bad, Josh? What time? Is it going to be bad? And I'm scared to death of storms. Cannot stand them.
Just the last time that I thought a situation was a little too close to us, and that's been a year or two ago. And I was like, maybe we got to get in the hall. Holly,
I freaked out,
hyperventilated, started throwing up. So no, I don't tell her anymore that storms could be possibly coming. Because last night this is her last time. Just rocking back and forth, just like deep breathing, and that probably sounds bad over the radio. But
you're exaggerating.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how she was.
No, so yesterday, I'm like, Josh, what's it going to be like? Tell me it's going to be okay. That's what I want him to tell me, but I also want him to tell me the truth. So I'm kind of stuck. Well, he's like, let's look and see where Reed Timmer is at the beginning of this. Let's see where Reed Timmer's at. He said, he's in West Tennessee. I'm like, oh, good. Okay. Well,
Reed Timmer is a extreme storm chaser, and I'm a big fan of his, and he's going to go where the action's at.
So he's like, Reed Timmer's in West Tennessee. I'm like, okay, good. And so fast forward to, it was probably the middle of that first big storm that come through, probably towards the end of that.
Yeah, it was closer to 8:30 or 9 o'clock. It was getting towards the end of things.
Before that second round was coming south of us, and we're all sitting piled up in the bedroom because the power's out, and Josh goes, Reed Timmer's in Manchester. And I was like,
Holly freaked out.
No, not Reed Timmer.
She freaked out.
I freaked out.
I've got the video over on the Carbine Family Dental cameras. So if you watch the show on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, you can see that video from Columbia. Apparently, that's a sizable one. If they got out of that with only, I just saw one death. Maybe there's been more.
That right there, that video of that tornado, when you said Reed Timmer is in Manchester,
That's what she saw in her
a
head.
mental image of like a E4 tornado. Just
EF4.
What'd I say?
E4 would be an error on the second baseman.
At EF4, just land right on top of our house.
Yeah, I was like, because you say somebody's in Manchester, it's not. I think Holly's under this understanding that if a tornado hits an area, that it wipes out the entire county. It's like an eraser on Photoshop, and it just takes and just wipes it out.
I don't want it to land on anybody. It makes me nervous.
And I don't want anybody to have storm damage or ruined appliances. I know that feeling, or trees down or anything like that. But I'm trying to tell Holly, I'm like,
all
listen,
scattered out. My sister's over towards Hillsborough side. My sister's like right in the middle of town. We're out. My parents out Goose Pond area, and it's just like everybody's scattered. My brother's up in Dixon, and sometimes they get really bad weather. And my stomach's in knots the whole time.
I said that out loud before I realized I'd said it. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I said, oops. I was just kidding.
He said Reed Timmer's in Manchester. What I heard is we're all about to die.
Yeah. That's what she heard. I mean, Holly, it's not the case. He was basically parked at the 117 off ramp trying to figure out where he wanted to go. A lot of the action was in Southeast. And then he's talking about heading to Altamont. I said, buddy, there's a mountain there. I don't know if he knows that. Probably. But.
Well, I was trying to distract myself. So me and the kids were watching a movie. And Josh gets his laptop. He's so excited, y'all. He loves it. He gets his laptop so he can send out updates, and he wants to go outside and watch it. He's on the front porch, and when he says things like, I bet we better go in.
We better go in. Again, this is Holly's misunderstanding of how a storm works. Just because it's storming doesn't mean you're going to have a tornado. But also, straight line winds and baseball size hail are a thing. Let's go in the house. I don't want to get whacked in the head by some flying piece of debris from 60-mile-an-hour winds. Let's go in. So when I say let's go inside, I'm not trying to panic anybody. I'm just like, hey, and also there's been about 50 lightning strikes in the last 2 minutes. I want to go in. But then Holly hears that and she's like, it's time to get in the hall. Cover up, hunker down.
I'm past the point. You want to stay calm. You want to stay calm so the kids see you calm, so the kids don't get scared. You want to have a calm state. I'm past that in my life. I was like pacing up and down, and I was like, oh gosh. And the kids are like, Josh, mom's freaking out again. They're not bothered.
Because they trust me. They trust that I'll tell them when it's time to go somewhere.
But
Holly does not.
I feel like I'm gonna have to get a storm shelter if I'm gonna live here. If this is where we're gonna stay, I feel like that I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna start saving money for a storm shelter because I just can't live like this.
You gonna save money?
Yeah, I'm gonna save money.
Okay.
I already stopped getting my eyelashes done. I'll just put that into
the storm shelter account, huh?
Yeah. Thrifty.
Maybe we can get us a used one.
Because y'all gonna need to shut me up in there every time there's a storm warning. Put Mama in the box.
I might just put her in the box anyway. When she act bad, I put her in the box. Lock her up in there. I think that's probably frowned upon. All right, Thunder Radio Morning Show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. Big thanks to everybody for hanging out with us this morning. No school today. Coffee County schools, Manchester City schools closed. We've gotten some phone calls about some roads. Rifle Ridge Road had a tree down. If you work at the base, I think that affects a lot of people out there. Sheriff Chad Parton called in earlier this morning and said they've had a couple of water rescues they've had to do. So if you see some areas where the water is high, do not try to cross them. Even if it looks like it's, maybe you think you could. What does it take? How much does it take? How many inches of water does it take to move a car?
12.
Yeah, like a foot. It doesn't take much.
6 to sweep a person.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just make those numbers up?
No, it kept playing while I was trying to see last night. While I was trying to see where the storm was going to hit, it kept playing this.
Yeah. I was watching News Channel 5 some last night, and it was like, oh, it's tornado warning in Coffee County, but let's tell you what to do if it floods on your road. And then they go through this whole thing, and I'm like, hey, guys, why don't you do that in a minute?
Josh, because
I was
Josh
a
is
little
on,
disappointed.
Josh on the TV was like, you see this? And he starts talking these. You took a storm spotter class a long time ago.
I did take a storm spotter class
a long time ago, and so now he throws out all these.
Well, I already knew a lot of things showed up there.
Oh, I knew all of it. That's a hook cloud, and this is a wall shelf.
Jesus.
Holly, don't be
None
afraid.
That's
right.
Just
a wall shelf.
I never said that word. Do not say that out loud. People are going to think I used that.
There's a hook cloud behind
I never said that.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
Those are words that never came out of my mouth. Please don't listen to her.
You didn't say wall something? You didn't
wall
say
cloud, not a wall shelf.
Did you say shelf something?
Shelf cloud.
Okay, well, then it's pretty darn close.
And never said hook cloud either.
It's a hook something.
There's a hook echo on the radar.
Hook echo on the radar. I don't know what none of that means.
I try to teach her, and she doesn't listen. This is the same thing with the radio station. I try to teach her, and she doesn't listen.
Now, you better stop, because I've been helping out a lot around here, filling in on places, doing things. Hosted Swap and Shop this week.
You did host Swap and Shop this week. Proud of you. All right, we got to take a break. We're past time for that. Name that tune or name that movie today?
Movie.
Name that movie coming up. Chance to win some prizes. Don't go anywhere. That's next on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios. This is Thunder Radio.
Your hometown radio station.
WMSR.
Think you have to mediocre car insurance to save money? Think again. It's possible.
Birthday is.
Save money with Geary Insurance. Customers who switch to Geary save up to $951.
My birthday, Hannah Brock. It's 22 today. Cliff, what did you say that was against community standards? Because we don't really have any standards.
What happened?
Oh no, he said he got a thing that said my comment might go against standards. We don't have any standards here. Unless you said a cuss word, my profanity filter may have called it. Christy said nervous energy. I was cleaning, doing laundry, folding clothes, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, nervous energy. That's what you should have been doing. Cleaning the house.
It was done. The laundry was folded. I had walked the dogs. I mean, I even swept.
Whip him in shape. You can't say whip him in shape, apparently. Golly, Facebook. He said, whip him in shape. And Facebook police got him.
That's so dumb.
I bet it didn't flag it on Twitter. I bet Elon said it's fine. I'm trying to see if we had any more. Here's that video again. Y'all ain't seen it. Y'all didn't see it earlier. This is Columbia yesterday. I said Rifle Range Road, didn't I?
You said Rifle Range Road.
Yeah. Your mom's made a text said it's Rifle Range Road. Well, that's what I said. Maybe I said something different.
You didn't. You said Rifle Range.
I never know anymore. See if we got any photos. Where's that at? Where's that?
You said Rifle Ridge Road.
Rifle Ridge. Oh. Rifle Range. You know what I mean?
That's flooded a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I washed my hair yesterday. It smells good.
Keesling Road, Hillsboro. Pretty bad. Rifle Range Road. Well, to be fair, I can't read my own writing.
Jessica Addison has a storm shelter.
I saw that. She said it's very steamy in there. That one that you see in Columbia, that's more what, like, those long track. That's not, a lot of times around here we get those spin up, EF0 real quick on the ground and back up. That was one of those long track on the ground for a while. I still know they stayed down there that long. You can't see the bridge on the Greenway. Yeah, it gets up over that pedestrian bridge sometimes. It does look like a clip from Movie Twister. That's why when I first saw it, I didn't know if it was real. I was like, is it real?
Do we even know?
No. Thunder Radio Morning Show brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. No school today. Coffee County Schools, Manchester City Schools, Temple Baptist School closed today. So enjoy your day off. Might as well use up them snow days.
Use them up. I'm happy for the teachers today.
Yeah, get a day off.
A little gift to you.
See y'all down at Common John later. Go down and get me some breakfast. I got all kind of things to do, but that sounds like a good idea right there.
It does.
Now, I don't know, high school baseball or high school softball, is supposed to play today at 5 at Lincoln County. I don't know what that field looks like.
Yeah.
Maybe they got one of them super draining fields. High school soccer is supposed to be home tonight at 7. Again, that field is going to be a hot mess. All that rain, man, be a lot of sloshing around. So
that'll make for some interesting pictures.
It would. So if that does happen, we can get some pictures. But as of now, I guess that's on schedule. I've not heard otherwise. People probably haven't had time to get out and assess anything this morning. Lincoln County did get quite a bit of rain, it looked like, last night. I don't know if they got as much as us, but if they play, I'll be there at 5 o'clock to broadcast. I'm glad they didn't play yesterday. I was trying to prepare what I was going to do. As of yesterday morning on the morning show, I was like, I'm afraid they're going to try to play because I knew, because they said they were going to make a decision at 1.
Yeah.
And I knew, I was like, well, at 1 o'clock, the radar is going to look clean.
Yeah.
I was like, but at about 6, it ain't going to look clean. I knew that. And I'm like, I really hope they're checking
looking ahead,
not just looking at the radar, but and not looking at the hourly, but looking at the potential forecast from some trained, because a lot of spring coaches think they're meteorologists. I'm like, please get some real weather updates here. Because in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna, we're at Lincoln County, so I thought I could pull my truck up behind the fence because you can do that. I see people do that there, and I'll just broadcast from the truck. I'll just roll the windows down and enjoy. And if it starts to storm, I'll just roll the windows back up and hunker down. But I'm not gonna get out there in that.
Yeah.
But thankfully, they didn't play. All right. Speaking of playing, we got games here and the Praters stuff. What's going on at Praters today?
They've got a half a smoked barbecue chicken you can get, country fried steak with gravy, fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, mixed veggies, green beans, potato salad, coleslaw, side salad. You can get your choice of a meat, 2 of them sides, a drink and bread, all for just $9.99. Find Praters at 620 Woodbury Highway.
All right, games, Holly. How can people win some prizes this morning?
We're going to play Name That Movie. Ooh. I hit my microphone. I was like, had my head tilted back and I hit my microphone. All right. Josh is going to play a little snippet of a movie. Once you have figured out what it is, give us a call on the Ben Lomond hotline. The area code is 931-728-1320. You can dial that second line, 728-3526, for a chance to win a t-shirt.
Thunder Radio swag this morning. Name this movie.
Mom, Ernie's playing with that gun again. Ernie, don't even touch that gun.
It's a rifle, girls.
Name that movie.
728-1320. First person with the right answer is going to win bragging rights and Thunder Radio swag today. We gave away all of our Elam tickets.
Wait.
Didn't we?
Yeah, but didn't Brandon send us a message and tell us to?
Oh, yeah, he did. So do we have four more? Or did we give those away? I thought we gave them away.
No, they're here.
Okay. How about that? Okay. Redo here. Redo. Do you want to give it away on these?
Yeah, because people are less likely to Google the answer. I feel like for the stat, people are Googling it sometimes.
Sometimes. All right. So if you get the right answer on Name That Movie, you got to call in with the right answer, 728-1320. If you're watching over on the cameras, you're welcome to throw your guesses in, but they don't really count. But if you get the right answer, you win 4 tickets to the Dusty Elam Foundation event on Saturday. It's a $100 value. Name this movie.
Mom, Ernie's playing with that gun again. Ernie, don't even touch that gun.
It's a rifle, girls.
Can you name that movie on the Bid Lum Connect hotlines, 728-1320? I want to clear up before the break. I said Rifle Ridge Road. I meant Rifle Range Road. Had a tree down.
If you're out towards the base.
Well, that's something you find out during storms when you watch the coverage. There's a lot of weird road names out there.
Mm-hmm.
I got this coming over near Horn Scuffle Road.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? If you're in Horn Scuffle Cobb Road, make sure that Cobb Road Horn Scuffle area. Make sure you hunker down right now. Morning show.
Yes, I was calling to do the movie on the internet.
Go ahead.
Christmas Story.
It's not a Christmas Story. Good
guess.
guess.
No, Christmas Story. All right, thank you.
Good guess.
Thanks for playing. Good try. It's not a Christmas Story. Good try. I will give you a pro tip if you're new to the morning show. We probably won't do Christmas movies in May. Probably. Now we could, but this is not that this is themey, but we'll do a lot of Christmas movies around Christmas time though, for sure.
Mom, Ernie's playing with that gun again. Ernie, don't even touch that gun.
It's a rifle, girls.
And don't put it past Holly to grab a movie and put the wrong title on it. She's done it before.
I will say, let me look at Christmas Story and
it's got that sound
and see when that come out. That come out in 83. This movie that we're looking for the answer come out. I wanted to say it was around that same time, 87.
Okay.
So
same general time.
Yeah.
Music far better in the 80s. Movies, no.
Are you kidding me? 80s movies are great.
Nah, 90s movies, that's where it's at. 80s music, though.
No, 80s movies are good.
We still don't have an answer.
Play it again.
Name that movie. We may not get one today. Name this movie, and you're going to win 4 tickets to the Elam Foundation event on
Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Mom, Ernie's playing with that gun again. Ernie, don't even touch that gun.
It's a rifle, girls.
All right. Shannon said there's a Bug Scuffle Road in Wartrace.
Bug Scuffle.
I believe it, too.
Imagine
writing that down on your envelope. 647 Bug Scuffle Road. Writing it down is one thing, but telling somebody on the phone, like, all right, what's your address? Bug Scuffle. It's 2 F's.
What's bad is when you've had an email, the same email address since you first created your email as a teenager.
A 12-year-old, yeah.
And it's like, what's your email address? You having to tell some professional person and you're like Dolphin Lover 307.
Yeah, right. Oh, you love dolphins? Well, I did when I was 12. When I was going to be a marine biologist and realized I can't do that and actually make money. All right. Susie guessed over here and said National Lampoons. No, we've got them fooled today, Ollie. We've got them fooled, and I think we're going to have to call it. It's about time to call it.
Checking my text line.
One more chance.
Yeah, one more.
One more chance to name this movie and win 4 tickets to the Elam Foundation event on Saturday.
Mom, Ernie's playing with that gun again. Ernie, don't even touch that gun.
It's a rifle, girls.
What?
It's funny. Don't even touch that gun. Man, I think you've got him stumped this morning, Holly. Well done.
I feel great about it.
When y'all don't win, Holly wins.
Yep.
Do I have any texts? No text.
All right, I win.
Holly
that
wins.
Movie is Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons. Nobody knew that.
That was right before he hit Bigfoot with the car. Like right before.
Harry and the Hendersons. So no winner on name that.
I'm the winner.
Holly wins. No listener winners on Name That Movie this morning. But we still got a chance for you with Stupid Silly Stat coming up in a minute. Chance for you to win prizes. And with the kids out of school today, that means the adults can play. Because usually the kids kind of take over on Stupid Silly Stat. That's coming up in just a minute on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Quick temperature update out there. It's going to be nice and warm today. Right now we're at 64, headed for high of 82. The sun's going to come out later on today. The rain's going to clear out of here, and we'll see the sunshine. Temperature update brought to you by Wisteria Hill Boutique. They got all the spring and summer apparel out and ready for you, so you can get that wardrobe updated in time to hit the pool and just all the summer funtivities and activities that you're going to have going on this season. Go see them at Wisteria Hill Boutique. They are at 205 South Woodland Street, and you can always follow them on Facebook, Wisteria Hill Boutique.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News Center.
This local news update is brought to you by...
Okay. Harry and the Hendersons. Let's look up weird road names. That seems like the best use of our time. Right here. I still think they're just reporting one death in Murray County, which is terrible, but that's all. That's all, considering what was on the ground out there. News. Booger Branch Road. Where's this at? There are 3 Booger Branch roads in America. South Carolina, Georgia. It's no surprise where they're at. South Carolina and Georgia have them. Chicken Dinner Road in Idaho. Frying Pan Road. It's in Virginia. Some of these aren't very funny. Fanny Hands Lane. That's in UK. Michigan has a street named Psychopath. Pretty funny. You get in Alabama, it's just like County Road 47.
Hey, there's some like a humming in here.
Don't tell me.
What do you want me to do, honey? Not tell you?
Where is it? Where is it here?
In the back room.
What back room?
Just follow the sound of the hum.
I don't hear a hum.
How about walk that way? Why's it gotta be so difficult? I don't know what it is. Hope we don't come back angry. He fixed it. Hope he comes back in. Well, you fixed it. It's not humming anymore.
Plug it back in. I'm sure it'll be humming again in a minute?
It's never hummed like that before.
I've heard it hum like that before. It's more of a whistle. Gore Orphanage Road in Ohio. Tiffany, you sounded fine when you called in. We all sound funny on the radio. Nobody likes the sound of their voice. Nobody.
Was she calling to guess the?
Nothing, I guess, yeah. When people come in and record, like for the commercials, I'm like, and they want to listen, I said, look, I'll let you listen, but you have to promise we're not going to re-record this because you don't like how you sound, because that's how you sound.
Nobody likes how they sound.
Yeah, we don't like, said a word wrong or whatever. We're not going to re-record because you sound funny. I hate how I sound.
Same.
I didn't want to leave during the break. Holly made me leave. What?
Cope reading it.
His commercial.
His commercial.
He got it on the first take. He got it on the first take last time he did it.
There's no way I would get it right I never get it right the first time.
There's that tornado in Columbia again. I'll put it back on the screen.
What? You put what on the screen?
That. Columbia.
All area sports were postponed on Wednesday due to rain and severe weather across Tennessee.
No fitness classes at the rec center today because the schools are closed. City schools are closed.
Guess y'all heard that.
Graduate
fitness breakfast burrito amount out there in a minute. Common John. I know. How do you say? Can you imagine living in like Kansas and Oklahoma where that happens all the time?
No.
Out there though, I mean, it still would be scary, right? But they're so spread out. Like you'll see those things will be on the ground for miles and not touch anybody. And it's so flat you can see them coming from miles and miles away. Like here, they get wrapped up in rain and hills, and you can't see them usually.
The Coffee County High School Awards Day has been moved to Monday at 9.
Yes, Monday at 9. Because that was today.
Congratulations to the Coffee County Central High School graduates of 2024. Make sure you're living in style this summer with accessories and clothing from Owen, 104 West 4th Street in downtown Manchester.
Holly is the planner, the brains, and the looks. She just needs Josh to push all the fancy buttons.
The snowflake button makes it cold, cold, cold. Set temperature makes it hold, hold, hold.
This is the morning show with Josh and Holly.
We're here from 6:30 until 8:30 every Monday through Friday. The Thunder Radio Morning Show. So many ways to catch the show. You can listen on the OG, the original signal, AM 1320, 107.9 FM worldwide on the Manchester Go app and at thunder1320.com. So any of those ways, a good way to listen. You can also watch the morning show. You can listen to Thunder Radio on those frequencies all day long. The morning show for 2 hours on Carmine Family Dental Cameras, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Search for Thunder Radio. Give us a like or a follow. There for a minute, I forgot to tell him who to follow, where to go. We talked about this earlier. Shannon on the comments said her Reed Timmer was in Manchester last night. Made me a little uneasy. We were talking about that earlier in the show. I saw that and said it out loud before Shannon, I realized what I had said, and Holly lost it.
That's because yesterday, before anything got bad, he said, let's check and see where Reed Timmer is. He looked, he said, okay, Reed Timmer's in West Tennessee. So that means he doesn't expect
He's in Northwest Tennessee.
whatever. So he doesn't expect this to be the hot spot. Well, then last night we're sitting there. I'm scared to death. And Josh goes, "Oh, Reed Timmer's in Manchester." And I was like, "What?"
If there were ever a moment I wish I could have had a rewind button on my mouth, it's that one. She lost it.
I was barely hanging on.
And the
anyway.
look on her face.
I believe my exact words were,
Yeah, that was it. All right, we have games to play and jokes to tell. Do you have a joke of the day?
I do.
Good, Holly. Good.
Where do pirates get their hooks? Where do pirates get their hooks?
Where, Holly?
At the secondhand store.
Ooh.
I think I've told that one before, so I want to add this one. What do you call a sad cup of coffee?
What's that, Holly?
A depresso.
Oh.
And now it's time for stupid, silly statistics that you never knew
I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
and probably don't need.
Kim, did you bring your statistics?
All right, stupid silly stat revved up by our friends at Freedom Automotive in Manchester. The biggest tire sale of the year happening right now at Freedom Automotive. Maybe you notice driving on these wet roads, you're having some traction issues, some problems, or maybe you just, I don't know, you're not quite ready for tires, but you're almost ready for tires. Why not get a good deal? Freedom Automotive has the best prices of the year. 515 Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester, right in front of College Street Elementary School. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Freedom Automotive. Holly, stupid silly stat.
30% of people have this in their car right now. What is it? 30% of people have this in their car right now.
Take your guesses at 728-1320. First person with the right answer is going to win 4 tickets to the Dusty Elam Foundation event this Saturday. It's a $100 prize. Morning show.
Sunshades.
Shades. Good guess, but not it. Sunshade, like the one you put on the
Windshield. Yeah.
Yeah, those are you used to have one for your red car.
It didn't. The air didn't work good in it.
Morning show.
A flashlight.
Flashlight. Good try, but no. Morning show.
Is it coffee?
Coffee.
That's a good guess.
Good try, but not it. There's some spilt coffee in Holly's car, I'm sure. In the middle. Morning show.
Jumper cables.
Good try, but no. Jumper cables. Not necessarily car related, y'all. Y'all got to know how our stats work by now. If we say 30% of people probably have this in their car right now, you can't call in and be like a blinker. It's not going to work.
Steering wheel.
Yeah, that's not going to be it. Morning show.
Pair of jumper cables.
Not it. Good try. Morning show.
An extra pair of clothes.
Oh, so close here, Holly. So
A
close.
yeah, we got to be a little more specific.
Not quite. No, so close. Morning show.
A gun?
A gun. Good guess, but not it.
Great guess.
Morning show.
Is it a car scent?
Car scent. Good guess, but no, not it.
I
Morning
like his
show.
voice.
An extra pair of pants.
Boom, there it is. An extra pair of pants. 30% of people have an extra pair of pants in their car right now. What's your name?
It's Pam.
I thought so.
Pam. All right, Pam.
Good job, Pam. You
Come on.
won these tickets.
Come by, get these tickets, okay?
All right. All right. Yay.
Yeah, be excited. That's our last set of tickets for our last family 4-pack of tickets to the Elam Foundation event on Saturday. Don't worry, you can get tickets at the gate. $25 a piece, get 5 for $100. It's at 5223, I think. Woodbury Highway. You can't miss it. Drive past New Union, look to your left. And it's going to be a great time. Gates open at 12. Silent auction, live auction, inflatables, the bouncy houses, field games for the kids, some good entertainment with Neon Moon. And that $25 includes everything and your food for the night. So it's going to be a good time. Congratulations, Pam. It's Thursday. We got Thursday coming up?
Well, we're supposed to. I forgot.
Oh.
I forgot to do it. I was so worked up last night, I didn't look up.
So you could have been taking all that time that you were just sitting there rocking back and forth.
I couldn't
like a psych patient,
I couldn't concentrate on anything.
and worked on your work. I mean, I was working last night.
Yeah, well, is that why whenever we got ready to go to bed, you were like, I got to record the sports?
I still did it.
Yeah, but
there wasn't any sports to record. I was basically just saying, hey, everything got canceled.
But you didn't have it done.
Couple of updates for you here while Holly searches for those things. Rifle Range Road has a tree across it to say. And also, I think Goose Pond, quite a bit of water out there. So be careful. There's several trees down out in the area. And if you see any high water, do not cross, please. Coffee County Schools, Manchester City Schools, Temple Baptist Christian School, all closed today. County Schools closed. Warren County Schools closed. Rutherford County Schools closed. Franklin County on a 2-hour delay. I know we've got some listeners over there. So anyway. All right, real quick, let's tell you about Common John Brewing Company. Holly, what did we do yesterday?
We went to
yes,
Common John.
We did, and it was like I like that breakfast burrito. It slaps. It hits pretty much every time. But it I don't know, was extra good yesterday. I don't know if the peppers were extra fresh. I don't know, but it was amazing. And I had their coffee. They're not just brewing beer up there. They have their own brand of coffee at Common John Brewing Company. So maybe you got the day off with the kids or your teacher. And you don't normally go up there and get breakfast. Check out Common John this morning. 210 Woodbury Highway. They open up at 8 o'clock, and you can find them, of course, online. They do a really good job updating and let you know about their upcoming events and concerts and shows. It's a family-friendly atmosphere. Common John Brewing Company, 210 Woodbury Highway in Manchester, commonjohnbc.com.
Is your money just sitting in your account, not earning any interest? Coffee County Bank offers the best rates on your deposit accounts. Now you can just sit back and watch your money grow. Stop by and see us today. Coffee County Bank, member FDIC.
Thursday snuck up on Holly this week. She forgot it came after Wednesday.
What?
I said Thursday snuck up on Holly this week. She forgot it came after Wednesday.
Who said that?
Hattie.
Come on, there's got to be some turd head activity out here somewhere. Trying to think if I ran into any.
Leanne says streaming is down. Y'all have a good day. And then she said, I'm back. Freaked me out. I'm like, oh, what's down? And I think it's just Leanne's having problems.
I'm glad she came back.
Our Franklin County School's closing today. They decided to close. I ain't gotten that, but I'll take your word for it.
Golly, I can't get to any news stories because
it's all tornadoes.
Yeah. Let's see here. I don't have nothing.
There's got to be something. Franklin County Schools closed. Thank you, Kevin, for the update there. Changed their mind, I reckon.
Found some.
Good, Ollie. Let's just watch Joe Biden clips. Y'all see the newest one where he's like, my friend, Bill, last name, played for the Packers. He just kept going. He never hit him. I'm sure Rick and Bev will talk about it today. They do a pretty good job of finding any kind of Joe Biden stuff. Did the Braves win last night? I didn't get a chance to listen to the Braves. I think they did win. I gotta pump out our pool this morning because it's full of water, but I don't want to trying to get to it.
I want to do it.
Do it. Like you just sink in that mud around it.
You see all that mud?
That's Holly's Dennis video.
I don't sound like Forrest Gump.
You see all that.
You see all that blood.
Hit us at the same time, didn't it?
My life be like, ooh, yeah.
Hey, it's Heather with New Haven Mortgage, and you're listening to the Thunder Radio Morning Show with Josh and Molly.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Update that Franklin County Schools went ahead and closed for the day instead of doing the 2-hour delay thing. So Coffee County Schools, Manchester City Schools, Franklin County Schools, Cannon County Schools, Rutherford, Warren. That's our surrounding area. There's a lot more closed out there, obviously, but that's our surrounding in our listening area schools. Those are closed. Temple Baptist Christian School closed today. School Patrol presented by the Bread and Milk Experts at Spring Street Market in Manchester, 801 South Spring Street. I'll go by and see Ken Duke and his team. They do such a good job. Like, people complain and want, we need a new grocery store. I'm like, do you go to Spring Street?
Right.
I like going into a small local grocery store, be like, hey, welcome back to the deli and get them to cut me some lunch meat. Oh my gosh. You can have you ever got a sandwich up there just for lunch?
No.
Yeah, you can get a sandwich there for lunch. Just go back, but I want to have a turkey sandwich. And you pick and they'll just slice it, put it on the bread for you, and you're good to go.
You may get me a bologna sandwich today.
Super affordable too. Like, it's like, I don't want to give a price because
you don't have one right off the top
but last time I did it, it was like I got a sandwich and some chips. It was like $4.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It may have been a little more, but it's a good deal. Y'all go by and see them at Spring Street Market, 801 South Spring Street. You can always see their deals on our website, thunder1320.com. Click the Spring Street Market ad. You can also see that ad on our app, Manchester Go app, and we post the new ad every single week for their weekly sales. You do a lot of shopping up there during the summer because the meats. Grilling time. They've got some of the best meats in town, or the best meats in town at Spring Street Market. All right, it's Thursday, and Holly's done a lot of research on these people and really been vetting them. And she just did it during the break. She's going 2 reels in a fake style.
Authorities are working to identify a man who took an American flag from a storefront in Dixon, Tennessee, early Sunday morning. The theft happened at Reagan's Friendly Neighbor store on Main Street around 1:30 a.m. How are you going to steal a flag from a store called Friendly Neighbor?
Friendly Neighbor store.
That's just
down at the Friendly Neighbor store.
Surveillance video released by the Dixon Police Department shows the thief asking someone off camera if he should take it with me. And the voice says, "Do you want it?" And the suspect replies, "Kinda." The man did.
That's not how you answer that.
Take the flag from its base and walks away as the engine is heard starting up in his vehicle. I'm
not a big fan of thieves.
Lord have mercy. Can you imagine someone just walking down the road and be like, I kind of want that. And just grabbing it and going. That is just a flag of all things. Number one, that's not your flag.
That's not yours. You want that? Kinda.
I kind of want it. Well, there's a lot of things that I want. I'm just not going to go up and take it. That's thieving is at the top of my turd head activity. It's not yours. Don't touch it. Leave it alone if it's not yours. If you want one, save your money and buy one.
Yes, I agree. You can probably find it on Amazon if you can't find it locally.
It was just it was an American flag. I don't.
You can get it at Home Depot or wherever else they got them.
With the
Walmart.
Memorial Day coming up, they're out everywhere.
We got ours out on the porch.
I just imagine somebody driving by our house and being like, I kind of want that flag. Just walking up there and grabbing it.
I like having our flag up on the porch. You don't have to put up a Trump flag anymore. You just put out an American flag and people know who you're voting for.
Woman allegedly kills a man for $60, buys a wing combo.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. This is in Memphis.
Oh, well, no surprise here.
A woman has been charged after a man was found dead at Cherokee Park. She is accused of taking $60 from him and using it to buy 2 wing combos. This is a 26-year-old woman charged with first-degree murder. Her bond has not been set.
Well, in Memphis, they probably won't have one. They may not be a bond. I mean, that's where those police officers got shot out there with the guys who were out on no bond.
You know who turned her in? The mama.
Her mama?
Her mama.
Good.
The next day, a woman told police that her daughter was a person of interest and took her into the homicide office. She told the Memphis police she was at a Marathon gas station when a man offered to. Well, this took a turn. I wasn't prepared to read on air.
We didn't pre-read these.
Anyway, he offered her $60, but she ended up killing him and taking it. And bought 2 wing combos. A Tennessee man attempts to kidnap a toddler and steal a car from a woman in a church parking lot.
Solid. A church parking lot.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. This guy's 30. Javon Brown tried to take the keys from a woman who was getting her 3-year-old son out of car to walk into church. When Brown approached the woman, she asked if he was there to attend the church.
You coming to church, buddy?
Then he asked her about an apartment complex in the area, after which he tried to get her to hand over the keys. When she began calling for help, he attempted to take her son from the car.
Oh.
Church members came outside to assist the woman, at which point Brown said that he was working for the president and going to blow up the church. He then fled the scene.
Way to make it worse. I know what'll help.
When the police arrived, they learned a burglary alarm had been set off at another Nashville church, approximately 0.2 miles away.
He just out robbing churches this morning. Or trying to.
They got there, chased him into an empty house where a SWAT team found him hiding and took him into custody. He's been held on $40,000 bond.
That doesn't seem like enough.
Doesn't seem like enough if you try to
for someone who's trying to take a child.
Baby.
Well, he threatened to blow up the church. That seems like terrorism to me. And he tried to take a person's baby. So, yeah, I feel like $40,000 is a touch low. Let's get Sheriff Parton back on the phone. If y'all missed it earlier in the show, we learned a new word today. Third dairy.
What would
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
What would you say there? First, secondary.
Yeah. I think it was, I liked it. I mean, I'm probably going to use it now. We were talking about streets that were hard to pass due to trees and water. And he was talking about secondary streets and some third dairy streets. And I don't know that I've heard that before.
I'm looking it up.
Like
I'm going to see if
it's a real word.
Maybe it is. And that's the kind of word I would say.
I don't feel like it's a real word, but maybe it's a real word. Third dairy.
So it's tertiary. Read this word. Pronounce that. I can't pronounce it.
I'm trying to look at the phonetics of this.
I was too.
Does it not have the little button where you push it and it speaks for you? Tertiary. Morning show.
Yeah, brother, it's tertiary.
Tertiary.
Yeah, but and that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
He's trying to help us read.
He's trying to help us with this. Tertiary is what you're saying.
Yeah, and quaternary would be fourth if you want to get real nerdy.
Well, I'm saying.
Who is this?
What's your name?
It's Robbie.
Oh,
Robbie, you're so smart.
Well, I'm saying fourth dairy. I'm not saying and fifth dairy. That's what I'm going to say.
Tertiary?
I'm down with that too, bro.
Is that what you said?
Tertiary. Yeah.
Tertiary.
Tertiary. Some tertiaries.
Word of the day.
That education was worth something now. I guess.
Yeah.
Thirdary. Y'all hang out. Y'all survive okay last night?
Yeah, brother. All the porch furniture was in the living room. We had a crowded time, but we were good.
Yeah. As long as everybody survived it, that's good.
All right, bro.
You have a good day.
Yeah, Gerald sent me the phonetics on. He's actually
Tertiary.
spelled it correctly, and then
Let's send you the phonetics.
yeah, he said tertiary.
Tertiary.
And Hattie, y'all are some smart fellas.
We ain't.
We're not.
Thirdary.
Thirdary.
Well, that just seems like a good word to me.
I can't remember what he said. I don't remember what he said. Fourthly,
quaternary.
I would say thirdly, secondary, and then
You're thirdly streets. You're thirdly.
Tertiary.
School is important, kids. Although I don't think they teach that in public schools, elementary level. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm getting so many.
Are you getting a lot of texts?
Yeah, I'm getting a ton of texts. Apparently, this is a popular word, and we just are dumb. Tertiary.
I've never heard anybody use that in a sentence, though. So maybe we are dumb, but I'm.
Our profession is not one
Well, we're supposed to know
where
words.
we run into that word.
No, we probably should know words.
I could see Gerald having to use that term as a
judge,
yeah,
or something, yeah, or a lawyer. Because a lawyer would probably need to sound fancier.
We don't need to sound fancy.
No, absolutely not. All right, Thunder Radio Morning Show. We got birthdays coming up in just a minute. I'm going to get you a full weather forecast right here. So good news. Once the rain is out of here, it is out of here, and it's pretty much gone. You may see a little drizzle over the next hour or so, but these clouds are going to clear out by about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And then we're going to see the sun really come out at about 12, 82 degrees for your high today, 57 overnight tonight. Tomorrow, a little cooler, 71, and then really cool Friday night, 47 degrees Friday night. But then the weekend is going to be Chamber of Commerce weather, mid-70s Saturday and Sunday, overnight lows touching 50 degrees both nights. And then long-range look into next week, Monday, a 30% chance of rain back in the forecast, and a 50% chance of rain by Monday night. And Tuesday looks wet, 80% chance of rain. So I don't know if we'll have time to dry out over the next few days, but hopefully. Weather forecast brought to you by Patent Pest Control. Spiders, termites, fleas, ants, mosquitoes, any pest problems, termites, they can take care of all those with no contract obligations. They're locally owned and operated with Patent Pest Control in Manchester. 931-247-0781. That's 931-247-0781. All right, Holly, we got birthdays when we come back, and then we got 30 more minutes. We're here until 8:30 on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Reduce fat and tighten skin today by getting M-Sculpt Neo treatments with Dr. James Van Winkle in Manchester. This is a non-invasive body contouring treatment that only takes 30 minutes. This treatment stimulates your muscles, tightens the skin. This treatment can build muscle, add definition, and yes, get that six-pack of abs you've always wanted, and your workouts will improve too. Call Dr. Van Winkle's office today to learn more.
Tertiary.
There would be no reason for the courthouse to not be open. They just don't want the buses driving across them waters. Kids driving across them waters. Do not attempt to cross or drive through moving or standing water. Several calls of people driving through flood waters this morning. It's from Alan Lindley. Tertiary.
So you've got your lineup, and then you've got your secondary lineup, and then you have your tertiary lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that right? Yeah.
I think so.
Tertiary.
Erin Dobson says she's got a tree across power lines at her mama's, but she's still got electricity. I learned the hard way several years ago that if it's across the line between the road and the house, they don't care. Hopefully that's not the case. Like the line that goes from the road to the house to your service. No, that's your problem. It's your tree.
Oh, I see.
Remember we had that tree blow down at our old house?
Yeah.
Straight line winds came through and just knocked down a ton of trees that day all over the place. And it's right across our power line there.
Trash.
Had to pay somebody to come out and take that down. And that was not cheap. Like a child over there. Stop it.
Hi, I'm Ray Mark from Market's Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy. All of our pharmacies have many specialized areas of practice. One of which is compounding.
Oh, I may
Can
never
you
get
do
this
it?
pool finished. Y'all are welcome.
Can you do it? Can you make the water drop noise?
Nope. Not one of the talents I have, Holly.
I can't do it every time. I just occasionally it'll catch.
Birthday time. Thunder Radio Morning Show. Celebrate. 728-1320. Get your names in on the list. We draw for a winner of a slice of pie at the Mercantile, or from the Mercantile Cafe, Bakery, and Gift Shop. At the end of the week, we draw for birthday cake from the Manchester Food Lion. So all you got to do to get your name on the list is call us at 728-1320. We also want your anniversary announcements too, please. We would love to celebrate. Yesterday's pie winner was Ray Haggard. He won a slice of pie from the Mercantile. It's exciting. Today, I just got one name on the list right now. Now, that sometimes changes. We may start the day with 1 and we may end the day with 8. You never know. But for right now, just one name on the birthday list for May the 9th. Hannah Brock is 22. Happy birthday, Hannah. All right. Holly?
I've only got one birthday on the celebrity list. Billy Joel turned 75.
It's like he's done 75 farewell tours.
William Joel. Carrie sent me a message and let me know that she uses the word tertiary dealing with medical insurance, like someone has a primary, a secondary, and then a tertiary insurance.
I'm going to start using it.
Me too.
Probably not.
We have a radio host, a secondary host, and a tertiary host.
That doesn't really...
Yeah, it works, man.
Annette says y'all could start doing word of the day so as common folk could learn to speak fancier.
We used to do
or call it the Thunder Thesaurus.
Yeah.
We did do a word of the day for a while.
Your word of the day is tertiary. And your secondary word of the day is thirdary.
Thirdary. We got secondary streets and thirdary streets. I got this from Alan Lindley a minute ago. So I do want to remind everybody, that's the Coffee County EMA, Alan Lindley. He says, please be aware of rising waters. That's still a problem. And do not attempt to cross or drive through moving or standing water. They've had several calls already of people driving through these waters. I do know they did a water rescue this morning, I think out towards Goose Pond, if I remember right. Sheriff Parton called in and kind of filled us in early on in the show. We've been busy kind of giving those kind of updates this morning, but thankfully, for the most part, Coffee County spared of any major damage. A lot. Really, the flooding. You know, you think about the wind and the rain and the tornadoes that freak people out, but the flooding has been the biggest issue, it seems like. All right. Thunder Radio Morning Show continues. We're across the top of the hour. That means it's time for Morning Show Overdrive, financed by our friends at New Haven Mortgage. New Haven Mortgage in Manchester, newhavenmtg.com. Great for everybody when it comes to get that mortgage for your home. Maybe you're a first-time home buyer and you're a little scared. You're a little nervous. You don't know who or how or what to do or what documents you need. They'll help you. They'll walk you through the process, help get you pre-qualified. So, and if you know what pre-qualified means, go to a realtor and tell them you're pre-qualified. They're going to love it because they know exactly the homes they can show you. They know your buying power and what you can afford. Get that done right now with New Haven Mortgage. NewHavenMTG.com. NMLS 1477317.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios, this is Thunder Radio, WMSR, 1320 AM, 107.9 FM, and worldwide at...
Yeah, people could, water can wash away part of the road. You don't know what's under there.
Mud.
Look at all that mud.
I'm getting in that pool later to get that whatever you need. I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do what?
Whatever you need to get in that pool water.
Do not get in that pool water.
You said you had to.
I'm not in the water. No. I need to get to the side.
Oh.
To turn that pump on.
I kind of want
just that mud.
I kind of want to do it.
Do not get in that water. Nasty. Nasty, Holly. Got a long break here. It's top of the hour news. The Duck River is up over our dock. Boy, I bet them sewer overflows or something today. Probably a nice stench when you walk outside. Did you eat grass? Did you admit you admitted that on the radio one time you ate grass? Like when she was 16 or something.
I was not 16. I was in the 7th grade. Because I remember what
17.
7th grade. I remember what house we were living at. Why did you ask that randomly? Who's calling?
Art. Let me see what he wants.
Makes me nervous. I'm afraid the kids are calling. He just wanting a little update on the situation out in town. That's customer service right there, buddy. If y'all are commenting on the Facebook Live, I can't see it. That's why Trey likes to talk smack over there, because I can't see it to defend myself. Hey, that smells good. I love this. This eucalyptus and spearmint from Bath and Body Works. It's like I got it in a spray. It's like a stress relieving scent. I love that.
Thanks for calling. Appreciate it. Hopefully the kids are still asleep, I hope. Oh.
That was random to say that about the kids.
No, because I heard you say on the way out.
Oh.
Well, it makes me nervous. Pray the kids are calling something's wrong or something like that.
Well, I always just worry. That's what I do.
They're okay. Nothing's wrong.
I'm just a worrier. Almost 19 years of just constant mom worry.
Right.
Does that go away when they become adults? I know it doesn't go away completely. I know you always worry about your kids, but at a certain point, do you get a sense of they got to do it themselves?
Yeah, I get that. I feel like the boy, when I got a lot more of that now anyway. Like he seems to be pretty sufficient and able to handle himself for the most part. The girl one, I've got concerns. I don't know why.
I made it. She can make it.
Shannon said those sewer covers right now probably look like a kid's toy, like a water sprinkler. Please don't play in it.
Me and my mom were talking on the way to work this morning, and when it used to rain a lot in Augusta, we would play in like the streets where the water would fill up on the curbs and like play in
Real
that water.
healthy.
It was white water rafting for us on our trash can lids.
Oh yeah. Come out of there with a bunch of leeches on you.
Not leeches, just probably
Find some needles where you were growing up. Something stuck me. Look, Mama, a glass sculpture. That's a needle, Holly. Holly grew up in a rough part of town. I got to tour it.
you don't know it's rough when you're growing up there. You don't know any different. It's just, that's, had I grown up in a quiet town like Manchester and then moved there, then I would have known.
Right.
I didn't know at the time to be
very scary. We're gonna talk about Bonnaroo tickets. We got Bonnaroo tickets for sale.
Have you seen this beef with Drake and Kendrick Lamar?
I do not keep up with any of that, but I've seen some people comment about it on social media. And then somebody made a joke about it on the Brady roast. I don't remember who it was, but so I don't know much. I don't like Drake much, and I don't care if I don't know Kendrick Lamar.
I'm gonna have to do a little research on the beef because
when it comes to rapping, ain't neither one of them better than Eminem, so it doesn't matter.
Seth Rogen kind of talked about it a little bit on Netflix as a joke, the Netflix as a joke special.
Yeah.
Like somebody videoed it. I don't know if it's released, but somebody videoed it. I saw it on TikTok, and he was like, you know, first Drake was like, made a diss to Kendrick Lamar and was like, you're not a good rapper. And then he...
Do you think they plan these kind of things?
He dissed back and was like, well, I don't like your style. I don't like your clothes, stupid, or something. And then it was like, well, you're a bad father. You should be arrested for...
Went next level there,
yeah, it went... So I'm going to have to read up on
they
it.
plan these things out for PR so they can just make money.
It looks like it's not looking good for Drake. Like from what I can tell...
Is he losing this?
He's losing.
Good. He's losing.
I don't know.
This program does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Thunder Radio Management. Well, yes, it actually does. It's the morning show with Josh and Holly.
We don't have many mornings where we're post major storm night, so it's been a different kind of morning show today.
That's okay.
I've enjoyed it.
It's been fine.
I'm glad that everybody's okay, but you still
Yes, I am very glad. I get worried even when it's not my house in my area. We've got friends all over, and I'll see, you know, when they start talking about specific parts and roads, and I'm like, oh, I know so and so lives over there, and I'm texting them like they're not paying attention.
Well, you never know. Now, there have been times where we've texted our neighbors and like, hey, I don't know what y'all are doing over there, but find you a closet or something.
Yeah.
I feel like
if
they didn't, and I could have said something, you know,
you'd feel pretty.
I feel pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
I mean, I figure they're probably paying attention and are perfectly capable of surviving. They've made it this long, so they probably know how to continue to make it. But yeah, we've been busy this morning. We've had Sheriff Chad Parton on the phone. We've relayed some messages from Alan Lindley, the EMA director, to try to just let everybody know, stay out of the water, please. If you're driving, I mean, look, if it's a little puddle, that's one thing. But if you see it across the road, it's moving, it looks deep. You don't know what's under there. It may have washed out some of the road. It rained a lot last night. Seek alternate route. Let your boss know, hey, you can get to work, okay? Just get tell them you may be a little late. Just seek an alternate route and just be safe. No schools today. Coffee County, Manchester schools are closed. Temple Baptist Christians closed. I believe Tullahoma's open. I didn't see anything on them. But everybody else around the area closed too. All the surrounding counties, Franklin, Cannon, closed. I didn't see Bedford, so they may be good. I know Cannon is closed in Rutherford and Warren and Franklin County. Those are all closed, but the most important ones, Manchester and Coffee County schools closed. You're listening to the morning show on Thunder Radio, financed by New Haven Mortgage, newhavenmtg.com. Heather Phillips and her team, over 60 years of experience in the home lending industry, and they can help you too, including with cash out refinances. Learn more at newhavenmtg.com. NMLS 1477317. Don't have anything specific here.
We're going to talk a little bit about Bonnaroo here.
Oh, okay. Bonnaroo tickets, we have them for sale.
That's right.
Can I talk about that?
Yeah, for local.
Yes, people are complaining.
Residents.
The discount's not enough. I don't control that.
We don't set that.
Yeah, but what,
you can pay full price, or you can have a
then
discount.
go pay full price. I don't know what you want. There is a discount for if you live in Coffee County. Thunder1320.com. That's thunder1320.com/Bonnaroo. Go there and you can get your tickets. You got until May 17th or while supplies last. We sold a lot of them yesterday.
I saw. It is Turds Day Thursday. But I saw a post or a comment on our post about tickets that said, "I don't care nothing about Bonnaroo," or
cool.
something like that. And I'm like,
we get that post every year, though. We got that last year.
Oh, great! That's great for you. That I
won't go, never would go, wouldn't go for free, wouldn't go if you paid me.
Then don't. That's awesome. They don't want you out there, so you sound like a fun person to be around,
right?
So I'll never understand what compels people to give their opinion. When really it's not even, that's not an ask your opinion post. Sometimes we'll be like, what's your favorite movie? Or,
don't watch TV. People always got something.
But trash on television.
That's not what I asked. I asked what your favorite movie was.
And if you don't have one, simply keep scrolling. If you don't want Bonnaroo tickets, just keep on scrolling.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to buy them. It's not a,
we're not forcing them down your throat.
Not a mandatory post. Like, here's your, it's not like you have to get it like your driver's license. Speaking of, I don't want to derail the segment. So
it's free play.
My license expires in August and I'm already getting anxiety.
Why?
About having to deal with this.
Why?
Because I have to go to the DMV place.
What's your problem with that?
I have to get the real ID this time.
Well, please explain to me why that's a big deal.
Apparently, you got to have like all these forms of identification. Well, hey, you know what it's like trying to deal with those people.
I know what it's like to try to
and deal with the state office and
set up a driver's license test.
It's the same thing.
Permit test.
And I hope I get to take a new picture though, because my last time Holly messed with my head before I showed up. And then I
was like, don't smile weird in your license picture. You do this kind of weird smile. Don't do that. So
that's the last thing before I walked in the door, she said to me on the phone. And I was like,
so he walks in and he gives the most awkward, like I've never even seen him make this face before.
Actually, I think you told me not to smile at all. You're like, no, you don't smile. Don't smile. And then right before I wasn't going to smile. I was doing this mugshot style. And the lady goes, okay, 3, 2, 1, smile. And I was like, I'm not supposed to. And so it just kind of.
Can we put your picture, your driver's license picture up there?
Not right now. I don't have it on me.
Hey, you have my driver's license.
I do.
By the way, I just was looking for it.
But I've got to get I could get the real ID that's got the star on it or whatever, so you can then fly and go into federal buildings or whatever. I think that takes effect in 2025. So.
Well, I don't have it.
You'll have to get it. It's going to be harder on you. That's the problem because you've changed your last name, and so. I don't know exactly.
What do I take a marriage certificate up there,
I don't know,
or social security card, or?
I just know people have had trouble with it. I've just seen some horror stories, and I'm just like, the last thing I want to do is go up there and not have the one document I need and have to go back.
Like your third grade report card?
Yeah, like I don't have that piece of information with me.
What is it with our parents holding our birth certificates and stuff like it's their property now that we're adults?
But I mean, honestly, I was thinking
my mom had little folders with all of her stuff in it, and finally, like,
can I have that?
In my 30s, she gave me a whole box of stuff.
I'm like, why do you have my social security card? But like the girl, and she doesn't even know her social security number.
I was required to give the last 4 of my social whenever I went through the lunch line.
It's that free and reduced line.
So
I didn't.
It wasn't nothing to learn those first 7 numbers.
I had to know the last 4 as well. That was your lunch account. So when the kids were like, I don't know it, I said, I bet you know the last 4, but your lunch code. And they gave it to us and we're like, no, that's not it at all. You sure?
They had like a prison code.
Yeah. I'm like,
their code was a lot longer.
Yeah. And that's not even related to the Social Security number at all. Yeah, she doesn't know her Social Security number. She didn't know her bank account number. And I'm like,
I know my social, but I don't know my bank account number. I don't know my license plate number. I saw a stat one day that said such and such many people, like 30% of people still remember this vividly. And the answer was their first license plate number of their first car.
I know my driver's license number.
I don't know my driver's license number.
I can tell you that, but I do not know my.
I do know
plate
my
number.
PIN to my debit card. I know that.
No.
Nothing else I know.
Church Day Thursday for you. I and this is going to be off the fly because I don't have it in front of me, but I saw it earlier in the week and I should have sent it to you. Someone posted, I think it may have been in the forum. And when I say the forum, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the Manchester TN forum. It's the primary forum, not the secondary or the thirdary forum. So there was I think it was a smaller business. I don't know if it was like a nursery or something. I don't know.
Sure.
They posted a picture of somebody had written a bad check.
Yeah.
And they posted the check and they posted the report that I guess the bank sent it back. It was a closed account.
Okay.
It was a closed account. And so they just posted the whole picture of the check. Like, anybody know this person? It's not like $98. They kept it right under 100 or $99 or whatever. It's like $98. And it's like, this is a lot of money to us. If anybody know this person, I'd like to get in touch with them.
Yeah.
And people started blasting the business for posting their personal information, that people on there. And they were like, well, it's a closed account.
Yeah.
Because it had the account number on the check and everything. And like, but if you'll read, the account is closed. You can't do anything with that information. That's why are you hating on the business?
Right.
For trying to, they're like, $98, you're that hard up for $98. Maybe you ought not be in business. People said things
Somebody
like that.
said that?
Roughly, something like that, yeah. No, that's not verbatim, but it was something like that.
You guys are
I know.
awful.
I know.
Telling somebody who has a small business that basically someone should be allowed to steal
steal from you.
Steal $100 from you because you should make more money. That makes me fat and mad.
Yeah, I saw the reaction I got out of that. I was so frustrated with that, though. I'm like, look, I would somewhat agree if that account wasn't closed. I mean, it was a mistake or whatever. This was clearly not a mistake. That account is closed. They're writing bad checks.
You knew there wasn't no money in that
writing
account.
Bad checks. So yeah, no, find them, track them down.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on that business's side 100%.
I just don't understand the thought process of, well, I guess you ought to, if you're that hard up over $100.
I can't even believe that somebody
I want to respond back to them,
that.
but like, well, since you're not, just why don't you cover it?
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead and give me my $100 since you're not hard up for it, and we'll call it a day. I'll take this post down.
I bet if somebody had took $100 for them, they wouldn't feel the same way. If their place of employment
just didn't pay them $100.
Didn't pay them $100. I bet you they would blast their employer.
Right. Online. Switching gears back to the real ID. We're just going all over the place. Marriage certificate, Social Security card, proof of residency.
Golly, do we even have a marriage certificate?
I'm sure we can get it at the county clerk's office.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure somebody's got it.
I don't know. Some folks may have that hanging on their wall in a nice frame, but
but me, I don't need
not us.
Yeah, I just need the Social Security card and proof of residency, I would guess. But see, like proof of residency, it doesn't have Holly's name on it. Like the bills don't have her name on them. Most of them have my name on it. Some of them may say Josh and Holly.
I get some from is it our 401k? Something.
Yeah, our retirement accounts. Maybe that's on there, yeah. I could just take a picture of myself inside the house.
This is where I live.
Can I just get on Live 360 and screenshot where I'm at?
Can I share my location?
Proof of residency. Boom. Done. Here's a live. This is me inside my house. And you can see on this pin where I am. I feel like that would be useful. This from Alan Lindley, Coffee County EMA, as we switch gears again. Please do not move barricades or any other markings to signify closed roads due to high water. Are people moving barricades?
Just to go around them.
If you drive around a barricade and you end up in trouble, I do not think you should have to be rescued. I say that, but then I feel like I know people who might do it. But you should have to foot the bill for it.
Yeah.
Like whatever it costs first responders to come out there, you're paying for it.
All their salaries.
Yeah. Their time, the salaries, the use of wear and tear on the
For
equipment.
that time.
Yeah. Some places have laws like that. Like if you're
if they
not necessarily like that, but like if your business alarm goes off so many times and they have to respond, like you have false fire alarms, the fire department's got to come out, and it happens more than like once, then you have to pay for the fire department to come out there. You have to pay the bill. Anything else? We're about out of time.
No. Don't move barricades.
Don't move barricades.
Tertiary.
Tertiary is your word of the day.
Tertiary Thursdays.
Use tertiary today. Or if you're not as fancy,
Thirdary.
use thirdary, because we heard that one this morning. All right, Thunder Radio morning show here until 8:30, so we're almost out of time. Financed by New Haven Mortgage in downtown Manchester, newhavenmtg.com. Heather Phillips and her team can help you with any and all of your financing needs when it comes to your home. They know exactly what you need. They know the process, the steps. They've been doing this for a long time. newhavenmtg.com.
New Haven Mortgage features experienced lenders with over 60 years in the business, making New Haven Mortgage your trusted local partner in home ownership.
That death
Columbia?
in Columbia,
Yeah.
that lady.
The lady.
Yeah, the tornado picked her house up off the blocks.
Oof. That was a big one. I mean, that's one that you can't do much about if it hits your house. That's why I was surprised when we saw that video. I was like, there was only one fatality? Like, that's incredible. I mean, it's sad for that lady and her family. It's awful, but just looking at how much worse that could have been when I saw that video. Those are the kind that I don't know, but I imagine that's F3 or larger. You can take a direct hit from that. There's just really nothing, no matter what space you're in.
Shop the huge selection of new and used jewelry at Tulliver's. Diamonds, gemstones, rings, bracelets, earrings.
So I never understood people who threw a fit about the kids being in school during storms. I'm like,
it's a big
brick and mortar building.
You want them to be at home?
I mean, there's a lot of not safe structures those kids live in.
Yeah.
I think they're probably just as good at the school.
Because if a tornado hits a school, where do you think first responders and volunteers are going to go? They're going to go to the schools.
Yeah.
But if someone's at home and their house gets hit,
you're in line.
You're in line. We can't look all at once.
Yeah. But they'd be first responders, and everybody else will be up there. Everybody will be up there tearing that building apart to get to everybody. I just never really understood that. I mean, obviously, I get like transportation times. You want to, it's just people, I guess with technology, they expect you to be able to make those decisions.
Guess what? You can make that decision as the parent. If you don't want your kid to go to school that day due to being afraid of the roads or the weather, keep them home.
Yeah, don't send them. You can do that. And always homeschool.
That's why I don't like those posts when it's like, I think it's ridiculous they haven't closed schools. Well, if you think it's ridiculous, obviously you feel very passionate about the issue. Don't send them.
Last night when people were making it was like 8, 9 o'clock, people were starting to make, they need to go and close schools, power's out. I'm like, you don't think power going to be back on by 8 in the morning?
Maybe not for everybody.
And maybe it won't, but they can make that decision. You don't want to close schools at 8 o'clock night before based on power, unless you just know it's not going to be back.
Power was never the reason.
Yeah, it's not.
Unless there's no power to the school.
No power to the schools. They don't care if you don't have power. The school.
It's the roads.
Yeah. And if you don't have power, and the school does, wouldn't you want your kid to be there? Right. Electricity. I just don't understand arguments. Pam agrees with you, Holly.
About what?
Everything, probably. we were talking about a bunch of different things. She just broadly agrees.
Our dedicated team with over 60 years of experience is here to guide you through the mortgage process with people you can actually talk to and competitive rates. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or considering refinancing, New Haven Mortgage can help you find the right solution. We understand the local market, and our goal is to find the perfect mortgage that fits your unique needs. Visit our office in downtown Manchester or explore our website, newhavenmtg.com, to learn more about our services. I'm Heather with New Haven Mortgage, your trusted partner on the path to home ownership. Call me today at 931-307-5540, and let's turn your home ownership dreams into reality. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1477317.
Holly, can you believe it? We're all done. All done.
It's a good show today.
Good show. A lot of participation. A lot of folks calling in and texting and letting us know about problems and damages and things like that out there. We're glad to have you along with us today. You can join us each and every day on the morning show. We're here 6:30 until 8:30. Usually we're not as focused on storms, obviously, but hopefully that's over for a while. The Mercantile Cafe Baker and Gift Shop. Maybe you got the day off today. Get on by and see them. They got breakfast this morning. Grab and go. So check this. They've got fresh stock stuff in their bakery, Holly. They got mini strawberry shortcakes and chocolate cupcakes up there right now. Oh my God, just looking at the pictures. They're so good. And they got grab and go breakfast too. $5 plates for breakfast. They got cinnamon rolls up there now too at the Mercantile. It's always delicious. And they got lunch today starting at 11 a.m. Here is the menu for today. They got chicken and dumplings and roast beef. And on the sides, mashed taters, creamed corn, green beans, mixed greens, lima beans, fried okra, strawberry or cherry congealed salad, coleslaw, cornbread salad, macaroni salad. All available at the Mercantile, 210 North Irwin Street, downtown Manchester, where Down Home Cooking meets Southern Hospitality, a Manchester staple since 2010. Y'all get on down there and see them. Catch replays of today's show on Apple or Spotify. Search for The Morning Show with Josh and Holly, or you can watch replays on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We're here every Monday through Friday, 6:30 until 8:30. Thanks to Dr. Van Winkle, New Haven Mortgage, Carmine Family Dental, our big sponsors on the show, and everybody else that you hear throughout the show. Swap and Chop coming up next. We got music at 9, Rick and Bubba at 10, Dan Bongino at 12, Connecting Coffee County with Tiffany at 3, softball tonight at 5 if that happens. I don't know what the situation with that is, but we'll have it if they play. All right here on Thunder Radio. No Braves today. They got the day off. 107.9 FM, 1320 AM worldwide. Listen on the Manchester Go smartphone app and at thunder1320.com. Click on Listen Now. Talk to y'all tomorrow.